I asked AI what were the odds that God exists. This was its response. The question of God's existence and the likelihood of such a being is deeply philosophical and complex. Here's a breakdown of how people typically approach it from various angles. 1. Philosophical arguments. Philosophers have presented arguments both for and against the existence of God for centuries. Common arguments for God's existence include the cosmological argument, the idea that everything that begins to exist has a cause; the teleological argument, which points to order and design in the universe; and the moral argument, which argues for an objective basis for morality. Opponents, however, raise issues like the problem of evil. If God exists, why does evil exist? And arguments based on the nature of evidence, suggesting that belief should rest on empirical evidence rather than faith. 2. Scientific considerations. The universe's origins are often a focal point in scientific discussions about God. For instance, the precise conditions required for life, the fine-tuning of the universe, might suggest design. Others argue that the multiverse theory could explain fine-tuning without invoking a creator, and that natural processes like evolution offer sufficient explanations for life's complexity. 3. Bayesian probability. Some have tried to assign a probabilistic value to God's existence using Bayesian probability, which combines prior beliefs with observed evidence. However, this is deeply subjective. What one person considers strong evidence for God, like personal experiences or the complexity of life, might be dismissed by another. 4. Personal and psychological perspectives. Personal beliefs about God are often shaped by culture, upbringing, personal experience, and psychological factors. Studies in psychology suggest that belief in God can correlate with mental and emotional benefits, which might motivate belief or disbelief. 5. The limits of knowledge. Many people argue that the question of God is beyond what human reason and science can prove or disprove. Concepts like the nature of existence or the origins of consciousness touch on mysteries that remain unresolved, suggesting that human understanding might be limited in answering such questions definitively. Ultimately, whether God's existence is likely often depends on individual perspectives and values.